Hello, welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved Mobile Public Multiplayer. I'm Dr. Tokara, and in today's episode I'm going to show you the expansions that we've done to the castle. Um, because of the way we're using the existing ruin, it kind of limits what we could do without messing with the aesthetics. We can't get rounded pillars and these types of rock in the game without it pre-existing, so I decided just to build within those confines. So to start with, I have added a platform for all of my flyers. The greenhouse is still there. The original castle is still intact. So let's go in this way first. Okay, so I am rearranging some of the way it's done because of the way I built the castle. I've been having to use multiple levels, and it's kind of annoying sometimes when you're trying to prep for a dungeon or something like that. So I've rearranged some things. Some things are moving and still moving. So let's go out this door here. Out here was down in this trap door. I'll open that. That's where my library used to be. And in here, this used to be where I kept my dungeon kits and things. All of that has changed. This is now a library for all of my blueprints. And down there is nothing. My potent dust farm is still in there. You can see it through the window there. So this entire, this is the barn. I've got walls blocking off every way in. They have to come over the cliffs if they're coming in through anywhere. I've got a gate here. So it kind of blends in the color wise. Over here, I've added another gate. Now here, the steps are broken, so I had to add steps to make it more fluid, and they're actually functional now, so that works too. So let's go over here to the barn. Actually, I'm going to come this other way. The barn is still the same. Nothing has changed in the barn. We've got that working. My door is gone. I took it off this morning, but I may put it back. I was trying to adjust it. Okay, let's go over here. The main corral, which is here, I changed up a little bit. I made it a little smaller. It didn't have to be as big as it was, and I did that for functionality. It was blocking the path. It was kind of getting to where you had to jump. You couldn't go certain ways because of that. But now you can go in either way on either side of it. The same here. This is a new corral. I just built this one. This is where my unicorns, my wolves, and my sabers are. The drop box has been moved to here. Now these two buildings here, I have added these. This is my new main building. It is actually my basic dungeon prep room. There's all of my crafting equipment, my refrigerators, my ammo, my dungeon kits are over there. I've got air conditioners here now, so I can for hatching eggs. We've got a juvenile tapejara that's growing up. Now in here, this building is kind of sideways. This is kind of my storage. It's like a giant closet with some of my treasures and armor and implants, things like that. Little trophies I get from the dungeons and quests or whatever. Now here, I have added this little platform that you can walk up and down. because that little section between the tree and the steps was, you had to jump. You couldn't physically walk through it, so I wanted to make it a little easier to travel. I have added some of the dungeon trophies along the outer wall, the little walls here, just to keep them out of the way and to give it a little different look. But from the air, you can see that the castle has grown quite a bit. Actually, it's very large. It functions a little better now. So this is a better view of the expansion there. This is the most of it. Up here, the resurrection chamber is still the same. You can see nothing's changed there. It's still the same. I've got my a little fishing pier right over here. I still kind of want to do something with these ruins here. I've tied in, I just put a wall up here to tie in with this, and I have a gate there, so basically they have to fall in and they will be destroyed by these max level Eerie Carnos and the Eerie Rex and the Aloe, regular Aloe. But when you put it all together, it's pretty large. I'm starting to have a little lag problem here because it's so large, but I think it's kind of has to be. I would have to take a lot of this down to make it work otherwise. But I'm liking it so far. I've been using it for a day or so, or a couple of days. It's nice and functional. Because I come through this section a lot anyway, it just made sense to add something right here. And I can stockpile AR ammo, shotgun ammo, metal arrows, things like that. Dungeon kits, that one's nothing. I just drop things off that I don't want to take into the dungeon there. And these two breeding corrals are working very well. What was that? Oh, there's a Carno right there. Gonna get him. Don't you run from me. You too. My dodo army has definitely grown. Let's go through there and I'll show them to you. Let me grab this meat. These pigs are eating a lot, so I need to grab any meat I can find. You're supposed to be. How'd you get over there? Somebody knocked you over there, didn't they? That mean old Carno. Yeah, you got hurt a little bit. Okay, so in here, you can see 312, 318. Wait, who's new? Somebody's new. 322. That's a different one. That's the new one. 312, 323. So that's the biggest one is 323. Let's see, what's that? That's 318. 322 mouse. So this guy is dead. You're dead to me, sir. I'm kind of being picky on who does and doesn't breed right now, but 323 is getting pretty large. I want to replace this female, but I'm gonna let it live because it's a female. Okay, so there's the new expansion. You can see it from the front here. A lot of that you can only see a little bit of from the front. But it's, when you stand back here, you can see how large it is. And I like it. I'm still enjoying us living here. It's a good choice. I wish they had more larger ruins around, but this is the biggest one that I've seen. There's a few that you could make use of around the island. But none are like this. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.